or me, but you can't see each other. It just creates a safer space for us to show up fully for ourselves without worrying about what's going on around us. One of the perks of a virtual studio, right? When you're ready, grab your seat. If you would like, you might grab a block or a book. We're really going to use it more as like a mental marker than anything else. And then if we are working on hip mobility or leg strength, you might also grab a yoga strap. You're welcome to do this practice with no props at all. Meet your body where it feels good. When you're ready, we're going to find our usual seat. Hi, Liz. Okay, sorry. That means scooting forward to the front of your seat until, I'm going to show you here, until your butt cheek sort of catches the edge of the seat. The full meat of your glutes are supported by the seat. You can feel your sits bones, maybe those bony protrusions pressing down. You might give it a little wiggle. Just feel this solid foundation, and then note that if you need to, there's so much room for activities. From this seat, plant the feet. We'll lift the toes off the mat and focus on our Pada Bandha. Our Pada Bandha is our root lock. It's pressing down through the four corners of the pad of that foot. If the pad of the foot is a rectangle, we press down evenly through all four corners. That is your Pada Bandha. This grounds you down to the earth. And then let your toes float down. It's almost like we don't even need them. From here, on an inhale, we're going to press down through those sits bones, through the Pada Bandha. Use that energy to lift tall through the spine. In past classes, I've talked about this bungee cord. It's not very romantic, but it's super effective for awareness. Imagine there's a bungee cord attached to the tailbone, and then it runs up through the length of the spine, through the top of the head, and you just take a gentle stretch, and it moves how it needs to, as far as it would like. Just a gentle, juicy stretch. Keep that height, that bungeed height, and then let the shoulders relax. You might invite your tongue and your jaw to follow suit. And then let's take a deep breath into the belly. Let it out messy. A few more just like that, breathing deep into the space behind the belly button. And then exhale loud, messy if it feels right. Two more. We just make space in the body. And then you might find your natural inhale and exhale. Noting the Pada Bandha, that grounding sensation. Noting the gentle stretch through the spine. Be here in this moment. Our seated class is all about every pore becoming an eye. And what does that mean? Really, it's about awareness of what is happening in your physical body. So as you breathe, you might feel with each inhale how the belly and chest stretch. Let's do that now when you're ready. A deep breath in. The shoulders might raise, maybe the chest expands, the belly lifts, and then exhale, let it go. Feel how the body melts. BKS Iyengar, he's a yogi that has since passed, but has deeply contributed to the practice of yoga, has this quote, and it says, to the practice of yoga is to make every pore of your skin an eye, meaning every part of you aware of every detail that's happening. And when we practice awareness, there's no room for judgment. Judgment impedes awareness. So we put the ego aside. What does that mean? When you become aware of a sensation, like maybe there's tightness, maybe there's pain, immediately the mind's like, typically, is like, oh, you need to work on that, or oh, that sucks, or oh, you know what I mean? Judgment happens. And I encourage you to set judgment aside. We don't need to decide if it's good or bad, if it weighs on our worthiness, or if it's going to affect us positively or negatively. We're just going to set it aside just as a practice for this short time and simply witness. What do you feel? Maybe it is tight. Maybe it is achy. Maybe it is pain, but what kind? Dull? Does it feel good to stretch or move it? These are all the things that you're going to be doing as you become aware of the sensations in your body and learn to set all of the opinions that your ego has, because that's not you, that's the mind trying to help you. Set them aside. So one more time, a deep breath into the body, fill the belly deep, feel that sensation. And then let it go loud and messy, no judgment. On your next breath in, sweep your arms out and up if it feels right. Exhale, stretch them back out, the opposite direction. Once more, inhale, we're just pressing length through the arms. How long can they get? Exhale, lower. You might interlace your fingers behind the back here, or you might grab a yoga strap. I'll show you. Make some space at the back. Either way, shimmying the tops of the hands down towards the earth. Squeeze those shoulder blades together like you're squeezing a pencil up in there, and you don't want to lose it. And then notice how the heart center opens up. From here, find your Pada Bandha, press down, rise up tall. Find your length. And then if you would like, a slow forward fold. And for this, we're going to check, is there enough room for the belly? If so, fold. If not, widen it out. And then we take it slow. We're going to let the belly and the heart drop first. We're going to press strong through the pads of our feet. Feel the legs engage as you slowly fold. And maybe you fold a lot, maybe you fold a little. That's not the point. The point of this practice is to have every pore become an eye. Become aware of what you feel. Where does sensation build? Maybe in the low back, maybe in the legs. Where are you holding tension you don't need to? Maybe in the jaw, the tongue. Maybe you're holding your breath. Breathe deep into the body as you continue to fold or hold where you are. And then pressing through the feet on a deep breath in, rise up tall. Beautiful. From here, you're going to slide the hands on over towards that right hip as far as it goes. And then slowly tuck the chin in towards the heart. You're going to lower the top of the head towards that left knee. Just nice and slow, only as far as it wants to go. We're going to press through the pad of that left foot and leg to really support the body as you do this. Lengthening through the back body, we're just curling it in. And then as you go slow, as you feel where sensation builds in the body, you might shimmy the tops of the hands down towards the earth one more time. Squeeze that pencil in the shoulder blades. And then fully let the head relax towards the earth. Let the neck melt. Hang here for a moment. When it feels right, press down strong through the pad of that left foot. Rise up tall, switch sides. This time before you curl, squeeze the shoulder blades, shimmy the hands down, and then tuck the chin and slowly begin to roll like a cute little cinnamon roll. Pressing strong through the pad of that right foot, we support the body as we roll in. The shoulder blades, like mine, they're tempted to roll open as you do this. Keep them squeezed back. Yes, that might impede our fold. That's the point. We're looking for a different stretch in the body. When you're ready, the neck is fully relaxed. The head is hung heavy. And then a strong press down through that right foot. Rise up tall. Release that strap if you have it. Set it aside. Let's do some shoulder rolls one way. Just to say thank you. And then maybe the opposite way. Beautiful. From here, we're going to do some seated cat-cow, but we're going to do it in goddess pose. So option to hang out with feet and legs just like this. Beautiful. Or heel toe them out wide, and as wide as the hips want to go, because what's happening here is you're relaxing through the inner thighs, you're lengthening your hip adductors, we're shortening the muscles right here in the glutes and the outside of the hips, the knees in alignment with the toes, we open up wide. And then we're often tempted to let the belly roll forward. You might tuck it in just a little bit. Find your bungee cord. Pull it long as you press down through your pada bandhas. Find your goddess. You might hang out like this. You might find goddess arms here. I'm looking at myself, I'm all crooked. You might find goddess arms here. And then a seated cat-cow looks like this. On an exhale, we're gonna drop the forehead down towards the earth, curl the tailbone up towards the forehead. The whole back body rounds. Hold that, pressing down through the pads of the feet. I'll show you what I mean here. Tucking that tailbone in, rounding the low back. You might even use the palms of the hands to gently pull the inner thighs open as you lower that forehead down towards the tailbone. Whew, cat pose here. And then when you're ready, rise up into a neutral seat, let it go. For cow, we do the exact opposite. You might once again plant the hands on the inner thighs. This time use it to pinch that pencil between the shoulder blades, open up through the heart, make plenty of space for the belly by rolling the belly forward. You might notice that tailbone curls back towards the back of the head now. And then lift through the chin up towards the ceiling, just as high as the chin wants to go. Big body opening. Breathe deep in Bidalasana, our cow pose. This is the most powerful posture that you can do. We are opening ourselves up here. What does this feel like? Allow your awareness to become present without judgment. Does this feel expansive? Does it feel powerful? Is heat building? Do you feel open? Notice what sensations are available to you in this posture and then release to neutral when you're ready. Beautiful. Let's heel toe it in just a few, right? Not all the way back in. And then again, exhale, cat pose. Curl the tailbone towards the forehead. Drop the forehead low. Inhale when you're ready. Bidalasana. Lift through the chin. Belly rolls forward. Move with your breath. Back and forth. If this is the only thing you do in your movement practice, your body will reap the benefits. We often have an all or nothing perspective. I got to do it all the way, or it's not worth it. And that couldn't be more wrong. Any exploration of self with awareness heals the mind and the body. And it's not harder, faster, stronger. It's actually gentler, slower, more deeply aware. Rise up into a neutral posture when you're ready. If you would like, one more time, you might meet me in Goddess. You might not. From here, we're going to open up the lateral spine, so the side body. Inhale, sweep the arms up and out. As you do, press down through your pada bandhas. Hold here. We'll press down through the feet, lift tall through the fingers, almost like we could stand, right? But we're not gonna. So really finding this downward energy through the feet, this upward energy through the arms and fingers. Hold that effort. And then on an exhale, drop the right arm down towards the earth. Stretch that left hand over towards the right wall. Now you might brace the forearm on the thigh to support the trunk of the body here. You might enjoy reaching towards the earth. Again, there's no reward for how far or fast you go. The reward is in the presence. Can you feel the stretch? Where does it feel good to you? Can you shift a little bit and find it? Meet yourself in your personal form. That is the reward. Therein lies the healing. And then when you're ready, rise up tall. Woo-hoo. Let both arms meet and then switch sides. Take it nice and slow. Set judgment aside. Ooh, I've got a block here. You might try that out. That's lovely. Listen, when I got to press my hand down into a block, look how much space, how easily I can invite space into the rib cage. Ah, man, tools are the best. With or without them, this practice is lovely. Pressing down through your feet, rise up tall. Exhale, lower the arms. Heel toe those feet back in. All right, this is where you can use your block or an imaginary block. And we're gonna set it to the right side of our right foot. And our practice is simple. On an exhale, you're gonna draw the right knee up in towards the chest. Inhale, lower. Let's do that a few more times. Now you might hang out just like this. If we're working on mobility, if we're meeting our body where it is, check it out. This is beautiful, but move with your breath. Become aware without judgment. Ooh, feel it. Maybe in the hip flexors here at the front of the body, you're like, Danae, stop. All right, let's switch sides. Just a few times. It seems like not a lot, but it's gonna build. We move with the breath as an opportunity to take deep inhales and exhales in rhythm with the body. This further occupies the mind with what's happening here. All right. From here, you might continue just like that, or you might add this block to your right. On an exhale, lift the knee, sweep over the block out to the side and back. Moving at your own pace, with or without this strap. What a beautiful adventure. And maybe this is what feels good. Every pore and eye. You're going to think about it all day, and I hope that you do. Because that is how we take this practice into the real world with us. Switch sides. On an exhale, lift that knee, bring it out and over. We're building strength here in the hip flexors. That's going to support the low back and low belly. Just by staying present with what's happening in the hips here, as intensity builds, maybe it's more in the low belly for you. Who cares? The point is noticing. All right. We're going to do this one more time to either side. If you like to build more heat in the body, because intensity can help calm a busy mind, you might, instead of bending the knee, point the toe and do it with a straight leg. Okay? It's going to increase the weight. You can lift the leg. Whew. Take your time. Our hips deserve this from us. However we're meeting ourselves. A little movement and engagement. Let's switch sides when you're ready. Exhale, lift and over. I'm working on building strength in my hip flexors. Some of y'all might have quite a lift. What a beautiful thing to meet our bodies where they're at, to own how powerful they are. Beautiful. Relax. Allow your awareness to note how the pelvis feels, how the hips feel. Beautiful. We're going to flow through 2 short sun salutations. If you like to fold with blocks, you might plant them between your feet. But when you're ready, from a seated neutral posture, we'll call this Tadasana. On an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Find that bungee length. On an exhale of your choice, forward fold, melt the belly and the heart. You can use the hands atop the thighs. You can let them float down onto blocks or melt down to the earth. But invite the body where it wants to be. And then let the mind become aware of sensation. What is physically happening without judging it, without telling yourself stories. Maybe you feel the stretch in the low back. Maybe the legs ache from effort. Maybe the neck feels this stretch. Wherever you're at, on your next breath in, we're going to lengthen straight through the spine, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. From tailbone to head, our spine is nice and long. You can even take the pads of your hands, press them against the shins, just to lengthen that bungee a little more. And then on your next exhale, melt the heart one more time. We're going to press strong through the pads of the feet, almost like you want to get up out of your chair, but you're not. And then on your next inhale, rise all the way up. Use the strength of your legs to lift. We're going to come into chaturanga, so extend the legs out long. You can leave the arms extended or at the heart center. And then we slowly lean the upper body back into a plank. Chaturanga is our plank pose. So we hang out as far as the body wants to be. If we extend the arms, the weight on the torso is greater. You might experience shaking, shimmying, no matter where you are. Relax your jaw. Breathe deep into your belly. Release that excess tension. That's what it is. It's not weakness, boo. That is your body saying, oh my gosh, we've been clenching this part of ourselves so much. Let's find ourselves here, experience what is for a moment longer. And then on an inhale, lift to a long neutral spine. And then we'll find cobra. You might lift the arms up overhead. Either way, squeeze the shoulder blades back, press the heart forward, finding a nice arched back. You might even lift that chin skyward just a little more, opening up the front body. Here again, you might recognize what emotions are more easily accessed here. Can you feel or imagine power? Maybe courage, light, joy, rage even. Yeah. On an exhale, once more a neutral spine, and then we'll lean that spine forward into down dog. Exact opposite of the plank, instead of the front body engaged, our back body is holding us here. Lean forward as far as the body says yes, melting the heart towards those big toes. And then on your next breath in, rise up, bend the knees, Tadasana. Let's do that one more time, and then we'll chill out. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, your fold. On an inhale, find that nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Press through the feet. Engage the low body, and then on your next breath in, sweep it up to your chaturanga. Plank where you want to. Let the body shake. Let the jaw relax. So often when our torso is engaged, our breath shallows or holds. Part of this is the muscles supporting us, and part of this is a fight, flight, or freeze response. And so in this space, with all of the shaking, shimmying, engagement, sweating, breathe deep into your belly. Make space. We're changing an old habit. Without judgment, we all do it. It's survival. When you're ready, rise up to your cobra. Let the heart open. We're going to hang out here with the heart open and just release any heaviness it's holding. Maybe you're struggling, looking for hope, motivation. Maybe you're feeling a little lonely and disconnected. Maybe you're worried about how to pay the next bill. Or what the purpose of life is all about. And as you hang out here with the heart cracked wide open, Let some of that go. Let it float away. It dissipates as it floats from the heart center. You might imagine it releasing into the sky like black smoke and becoming nothing. On an exhale, find your downward dog. And again, remember, we can honor the shoulders at any time with palms and Anjali Mudra in any of these postures. Breathe and hold for a breath or two longer. Press through the Pada Bandha root lock. Feel your power. Reach your heart towards those big toes. Jaw soft. No judgment, no stories, just notice sensation. No good or bad, just is. Aching, heat, kitties. Notice sensation. And then when you're ready, rise up tall to your Tadasana. Beautiful. An option to end class with a hip opener. I love a figure four, a seated figure four. You choose if this is what you want to do. Otherwise, you might end with a nice Shavasana, just relaxing back and taking some deep breaths. But if you would like, we're going to take that left ankle and either lift it up on the block. We might use a strap and cross it over top the thigh to hold it. Be where you want to be, right? So hang out. This is our figure four. But we're going to find a nice stretch here. Taking the heel of this left hand, we're going to press it down in to this hip crease here so that we can open up that hip down towards the earth. And then y'all know I like to press down and then roll out. So down and away. And I often find that my shoulder hitches up towards my ear. So press down through the strength of that arm and shoulder to really open up that hip. And you might hang out here, or you might press down through the Pada Bandha of that right foot. On an inhale, bungee that spine, I know. Exhale, melt the belly and the heart forward, nice and slow. Let your jaw relax as you do this. You might even open it up wide. Do you clench your jaw? Take some time as you fold to open up the jaw. Bring it some relief. This is one of the places that we hold stress, tension in the body. You might hang out just like this. You might rise up tall when you're ready. And then take that left hand to that left foot or ankle, brace it, and then on an inhale, sweep the opposite arm behind you. Let your eyes follow, opening up into this twist. I like this anchor here because I can use it to help turn the heart center. So we twist here from the solar plexus. Our low body remains stationary in our seat, and our heart finds this twist. Another breath or two. Notice how a deep inhale feels in this twist. Notice what it feels like to exhale every drop of air. Keep going, keep exhaling every drop. And then release, come back to neutral. Switch sides. Find your figure four. Press that inner thigh away. Pause and be. Notice if that shoulder's hitched up and lower it on down. If you like, inhale, press down, rise up, exhale, melt. Love on the jaw. We've got another minute, y'all. We're almost done. Love on that jaw. Open it up wide. Get weird with it. No one's watching you. No one cares. And if they were, they'd be jealous. Because it feels so good. Yeah. When you're ready, rise up slow. Find your twist. Take time to explore those deep inhales and exhales in your body. Sometimes I notice a deep exhale will allow me a little more range of motion in my twist. That can feel really good. Sometimes my spine wants it, sometimes it doesn't. But it's fun to just notice, to just observe and become the witness of how little things can influence so much in our physical body. When you're ready, release. Plant the feet. We'll end our practice this morning, maybe with palms at the heart center, maybe not. Do what feels comfortable. Take a moment to deep breathe into the belly, into the heart. Feel the breath expand and release the body. As you roll up your mat, as you put away your chair, as you move through the rest of the day, the week, let every pore remain an eye. Remain aware of the sensations in your body as you experience life. They are teachers with so much wisdom and nothing to fear. And the more that you meet yourself here, the more you and your body learn and trust that truth. And remember, when we practice awareness, there is no room for judgment. The light in the dark in me sees the light in the dark in you, friend. And we are the same. Thank you for practicing imperfectly with me.